Hey everybody, I'm Dahlia the Hologram. Welcome in. I hope that you're having an amazing day. We are going to be playing some ASKA, which has become one of my most favorite games, to be completely honest. I absolutely love this game. If you haven't played it yet, I very highly recommend it. It has been so fun. Thank you to everyone who was waiting for me to go live. It's really nice to be here with y'all. So hello to Diablo the Scourge. Hello to Delthorian. Hello to... I know someone else was here, but it looks like the chat is already gone. Diablo says, how are you liking this game so far, and what type of game is it? It's a survival game mixed with like a colony management sim. And it's really fun, and I love it. I love this game a lot. Alright. So let's see here. The winter just ended. These are my two dogs. Their names are Fluffy and Woof. I have them set to be aggressive. Looks like I need to drink some water. What have you been playing lately, Diablo the Scourge? Everybody in this is just run by AI, and so they're running around the little town I built, which is pretty awesome. I love that about this game. They all just do their own thing. It's very cool. I'm just trying to make sure I've got everything properly set up for them before we start running around. I think I do. I guess let's just go and see. That's the only way we'll know for sure. Diablo the Scourge says Diablo 4 and Guild Wars 2 and some other games too. Cool. That's so great. Oh, I remembered one more thing I wanted to do before we run around. Hi, Seductive Graffini. Welcome in. I hope that you're doing well. It's so good to see you. How's everybody going? Alright, let's go. Oh no, the crazy wolf is still running around my camp. Somebody accidentally let it in And now I can't find it. It might kill somebody by accident. We should probably try to find it. I keep seeing a warning going off that there's a wild wolf in my camp. And I haven't been able to find it. Oh, Wolfie. Wild Wolfie. Kazuki, welcome. How are you doing? It's great to see you. I hope you're well. Nora was spooked by the wolf bar. My goodness. We're gonna have to find it. Where's the wild wolf bar? Hello, Wolfie. Where are you? I heard there's a wild wolf around. Where could it be? Kazuki! Thank you so much for becoming a holographic helper.
Kazuki Ami became a member.
That means so much to me. Thank you, thank you. I'm putting you on the list. I'm gonna start a new thing where I make shorts of the people who are members. You know how I do the heartness, artness? I think what I'm gonna start doing is make a list. Well, I've got the list. Hold on a second. Let me kill this wolfie. I'm distracted. Okay. My wolfie's killed a wolfie. It's a vampire wolfie. It has red eyes. Oh, scary. Let's harvest it. Super heartness, Kazuki. It means a lot to me. Okay. What I was gonna say was that I think I'm gonna try to make a short for everybody when they get a heart. Because that way I don't have to do it during stream time. Hello, welcome. It's good to see you. And then it'll also be around forever in case the person's not around for stream time. What do you guys think about that? Does that sound like a good idea? Would you like to see that? Would that be cool for you? Kazuki says kawaii as always. I'm so happy that you are kawaii as always. Let me get your name on the list, Kazuki. Let's see what these guys do around me while we do that. I'm gonna pin the repairs. Can we close this gate? And then also harvest this too. I think the wolves must not be hungry. Oh no, my inventory is full. Let me pet my wolfie. Who's a good boy? That's right. Pet my wolf. He squeals when I pet him. So Kazuki is a holographic helper. Well, I think I'm gonna do what I told y'all about, and then I I might play some of it on stream. And you guys can also see it whenever you want. We'll try it out this week and see how it goes. But especially since I've not been able to go live as often as I used to, it would be a way that I could still recognize everybody without having to be live for it, which is kind of part of what I was thinking. Alright, come on, pups. What's going on with my full inventory, though? Inventory. Journal. How do I get into inventory? Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm full inventory because of coal. Figures. It's always coal. Come on, let's go play with some coal. And we'll also pin this to be repaired. How have you been, Seductive Graffiti? How'd you like Borderlands? Did you keep playing it? Diablo says, how are you doing? You know, things have been okay. They've been a little crazy. I am probably gonna focus a lot more on YouTube content. So definitely make sure you've got notifications on over here if you don't already, because I might be going live over here more often. Like, of course I was already going live over here once or twice a week anyway, but I might really start focusing on making this my main platform because I feel very uncomfortable with some of the things that are going on with Twitch. I'm not ready to completely stop streaming on Twitch yet, but I'm kind of like in a wait and see sort of position where I don't really want to be associated with a lot of the crazy things that are going on over there, especially like with the government, like wanting to talk to the CEO and stuff. That makes me really uncomfortable. And so I feel a lot safer on YouTube. So I might be over here more until all the craziness over there blows over. Doop-a-doo. And what I mean is like over here more exclusively without multi-streaming like I'm doing today. Also, I've been having some strange things happen to me in my life. Like the other day, somebody yelled at me in front of my door for 20 minutes and called the cops on me. And it was my home, and it was really weird, and it was very uncomfortable. So I feel like the whole world is going crazy. And the cops came and they were like, yeah, there's no crime here, and they left. And I was like, well, I'm glad somebody can yell at me in front of my own door for 20 minutes and like then call the cops on me because they're insane. And now, in all fairness, when the police talked to me, I didn't complain about the crazy person. I wasn't like, this is my house and they should be punished or anything like that. I was just like, that person's crazy and there's nothing wrong here. And they were like, okay, and then they left. But it was still just a very uncomfortable thing. They were making weird threats to me too, like they were claiming that they were going to like charge my insurance company for like damage that didn't happen. So it was really crazy. It was a bunch of insanity. Diablo says, I'm used to crazy. You know, I feel like what happened was a very like Florida experience. Stuff like that does tend to happen more often here because people are wild. They're very wild. However, it still doesn't make it any less ridiculous when it does happen. pretty light. Okay, so let's see. Where else are we going? Kazuki says, entertainment people. Bah ha ha. To be 100% honest, Kazuki, because he was going crazy on me, and I felt like, of course, I needed to document the situation to protect myself, which is literally the only reasonable thing to do if you're in a situation like that and you're not able to just outright get away from it. Since it was at my home, I was literally not able to outright get away from it. So I recorded him for, I have almost 20 minutes of recording of this person going crazy on me. And what I was thinking is once it kind of blows over a little bit and maybe after I move, I'm going to turn them into a meme. Because I don't really want to turn them into a meme now and then have it be like obvious where I live, you know? If I move, though, I'm going to do that for sure. Like, it wouldn't be obvious to people watching the video, but it would be obvious to that guy. If he saw himself as a meme, he would be like, oh, that person I attacked for 20 minutes is a content creator, and I know where she lives. You know what I mean? So it might be problematic, but I have the content. I'm going to hold on to it until the right time. And then I'm going to turn it into some funny stuff because it is a lot of insane content, that is for sure. I got almost 20 minutes of this crazy person and their dad going nuts on me. And at one point, the dad even knocked my phone out of my hand, which is technically assault in this state. And it's like obviously apparent on the video that they did that too. So I'll have my revenge one day. Looking forward to that day. Alright, let's grab this thing. Or should we keep... let's see. Open storage. This is full. Let's go to the workshop. Oh yeah, and I have to take these little doggies home. I don't think I have room to refill their meat though. Diablo says, that's one of my dog's name, Kazuki. Really? That's so cool. What does Kazuki mean? Oh my goodness. There's so much rain in here. It's raining and raining. Diablo says, I have no clue. It is a made-up name, but I'll do a little research. Oh, okay. Well, technically, all names are made up, right? Technically? Not the Kazuki, it's Bakamano. Oh, what's Bakamano mean? Oh, Bakamano means monster? Kazuki say them Bakamano. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So you're saying those people are monsters? Yes, yes. I agree. Oh my goodness. What button is this? There we go. Confirm. Confirm. Put my doggies to bed for the night because they're so tired. Grab my cart. Kazuki says Kazuki means someone who likes to stay quiet or love peace. Seductive Graffini says Smiggledorf. Smigglesdorf. See, I made up a name. Ooh, I love that. Smigglesdorf, make up a name. Hold on a second, I might need to close my blinds. There's still crazy people around.
Lucas Booz became a member. Lucas Booz celebrates 24 months of membership. Hello hologram, Dahlia and chat, heartness.
Lucas, hello! Thank you so much for renewing your membership. That means so much to me. What did it say? Why isn't it showing me how many membership that is? It's not showing. I don't know why. I'm gonna write you down. Lucas, we decided to do a new thing where I make a short video of the people who are members. So keep an eye out for that coming up. It's gonna be cool. Lucas says 2 years on YouTube. Time flies. Oh my gosh, it was 2 years. Thank you so much. That's incredible. It means so much to me. So let's see here. I gotta get your name written down. So 24 months on YouTube. Nice, Seductive. I love that. So, Lucas Booz. And what kind of member are you again? YouTube. 24 months. Hi, welcome. How are you doing, Brown? Good to see you. I'm Dahlia. Hope you're having a nice day. I'll look later and see, I guess. What's weird is it usually shows you up at the top, right? It's not showing at the top for some reason. Maybe YouTube stopped doing that where they hold the most recent subscriptions at the top of the chat, because usually that's how... Oh, here, I can see it. It says holographic helper. All right, holographic helper. I found it. Brown says, what game is this? This game is called ASKA. It is a survival game, but it also is a colony management game. So it's really fun. It kind of reminds me of Valheim mixed with Pal World mixed with some other stuff. What kind of games do you usually like to play, Brown? So this is where my farm stuff is. They don't have any stuff that they farmed for me to take, but I can always leave them a little something. Silver, hi! Hi, how are you doing? Brown says TF2. What does TF2 stand for again? Kazuki says very rainy in game. Yes, but it's good when it's rainy because that means that there's going to be some delicious mushrooms for my people to eat soon. Team Fortress 2, Seductive Graffini says? Question mark? So I think we were heading towards the workshop to drop off workshop things. Hi, Silver! Welcome in on both streams. Good to see you, my friend. Seductive says, also there's an entire site dedicated to the Dragonborn language that one can learn. Just gonna put that out there. What? That's so cool! What a project. Can you imagine being like, I am gonna devote my time to creating the website so that everyone can speak the Dragonborn language? Which, by the way, I approve of this task. It just sounds like it would be really a lot of work. So somebody was very committed. And that's cool. Some good commitment is cool. Right now I'm switching around what I want to give to the workshop people with what I have in my wagon. Oh, I forgot to give these to the farmer people. Darn it, we're gonna have to go back to the farm. I could have left that in the place where I went in. AKA the outhouse. I left them one present, but I forgot to leave them another. Ah! Seductive says, imagine going on a date and you just speak Dragonborn to them the entire time. Yes, that is honestly a task I would approve of. If you have not already learned how to do the Dragonborn language, I have to say I would highly recommend it, especially for a date, because that would be hilarious. Completely hilarious. I'm trying to set up one of my chat things real quick, so we're just gonna sit in this menu for another moment while I do that. It's good to be back on stream. I've missed y'all. A lot's been going on with me, and I know a lot's just been going on in general. It feels like everything's kind of shifting. So, chat disconnected. Uh-oh. Is something wrong with my YouTube, with my, oh wait, no, that one is old. Okay, never mind. I thought that my short stream might have gotten turned off, but it looks like it's okay. Everything's fine. As So let's get back to the casual gameplay. We're just popping around. Tomorrow I have not decided yet if I will only stream on YouTube or if I will also stream on Twitch. I am considering that, and I will have a final decision tomorrow. I do think I'm going to stream Dune Awakening tomorrow, though. That is one thing I think I have decided. Alright. It looks like my girl needs some water, so let's get her some water. Let's check out how the coal stuff's going. I think that this is still full of coal too, so let's grab this. Did any of this coal get removed? No. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. So we're good there. Then we can probably take some more out here. And if we can take more out here, then we can put wood in, which is good. Because I've been working on trying to get all the coal stashes full, and then that ends up making like everything a little bit backed up. So let's get this wood in there too. I also have an issue with some sticks. Do we want to go look at the sticks and see how the sticks are doing, everybody? Let's go take whatever extra coal I have. Oh my gosh. And go this way. I want to see if I still have a huge stick problem. I think I said Dune. Sorry if it sounded like Doom. But yeah, I mean Dune Awakening for sure. Because that's the game I've been playing. And it's really fun. How many of you have been playing Dune Awakening? Oh no, this is full too. But it's also oh yes, oh no, and oh yes. And oh my, why isn't this done? Oh, it needs carpentry. So this actually could go in there. And what about this? This needs to go to the farm. This can go in here for now. Let's put that like this. Then go grab my wagon again. Controller disconnected. Oh, I'm gonna have to use my keyboard. Which is fine. Is this gonna charge? Oh. I can't tell if it's charging or not. It looks like it's connected though. It's not plugged in. Oh my gosh, hold on. My controller charger is not plugged in. Alright, now it is. K&M for the win! Yeah, let's go. Except for now I forgot all of the controllers. There we go. Wait, we were going to the farm. We don't have to go to the farm right now, do we? Yes, I do have to go to the farm right now. I want to go get these 10 spoiled foods taken care of. And also, what is going on with this? Everything is broken. Let's get all this stuff pinned for repairs. Ironically, I don't use these anymore, but let's still pin it for repairs. Go look at the stick situation. But not before we go leave a present. Lucas says, wish I could play with controller, but I am a disaster at that. It just takes a little bit of practice. I spent today trying to figure out how to map the extra buttons on my new controller to be able to play whatever I wanted. And I'm very sad to say that it doesn't automatically map just like a... You know how like if you get a gaming mouse and you can just make it like assign to whatever key you want on a PC game? It only wants to assign to console buttons. So that was very disappointing. But I think there might be a different like software or something that I can download to assist with that and make it work. However, even if that works, I'm disappointed that a controller that is built for PC and that has extra buttons doesn't have it built in that it would be able to be mapped for whatever keyboard buttons you want. Like, that doesn't make sense to me, and I feel like that's a real design flaw. Because I often try to avoid using third-party software. If I have to get third-party software to make your product work, then it's not really a good product in my opinion. Yes, we have a stick situation. Lucas says, I agree. So maybe by the next time I stream, I'll have an update on that. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if I'll have time to work on that between now and tomorrow, but I spent a few hours working on it today, and although I'm still happy with the controller overall, it feels really nice. It's very responsive. I can see how it would be really great for somebody who pretty much plays first-person shooter competitive games all the time. Like, it has its benefits. It's just not, like, it's very expensive for not being able to, like, really completely do the things it should do. And it's, you know, it's an extra thing that I don't really need, so that would be one of the only things that would make it worth it. Why in the world do people keep throwing firewood on the ground here? That's really weird to me. Oh, okay. Here we go. Well, I mean, I guess maybe I'll just postpone my stick problem and go put a bunch of firewood in the coal makers, because it looks like we have a lot of firewood here. Seductive says, fun fact, the most expensive keyboard I looked up costs $8,000. What makes it worth $8,000? Like, what does it say it does? Well, and see, like, you have the one game that you play for keyboard and mouse, Skyrim, Seductive Graffiti. I would imagine that the reason that you do that is because you need more buttons than a controller has. Am I right? If you use a controller, do you end up having to go back to the keyboard and mouse anyway because of not every button being covered by something? So then, therefore, enter the controller with extra buttons, like was gifted to me for my birthday. But it doesn't matter that it has extra buttons if you can't map it to be anything besides the buttons that already exist on a controller. That's silly. Lucas says, I've been playing a lot of classic FPS lately, but I can't imagine trying those with controller. And I've been playing a lot. Oh, for some reason everything's coming through twice on my chat, but that's okay. It just might mean I read everything twice. The most expensive pie is an apple pie at the low cost of $25,000. Seductive Graffini says, I think it's like Apple products. It's just paying for the brand name. Seductive says, well, call me a silly goose then. Is my short stream still working? It seems like it's very delayed or something to me. Maybe it's just delayed. Alright, let's get... Oh good, she already got this full up, so... And she probably has some wood too, I would bet. Yep, alright, so we actually have plenty of wood. Let me get coal out of here. And we can start filling this one up too. Lucas says, yes, normal from here, but a bit sex behind the main one. Okay. Well, if people start actively chatting over there, we'll just, like, remind them of that so that they don't think I'm ignoring them. But if it's only a few seconds, it's not that big of a deal. There was one time where the vertical stream was, like, a full 10, 15, 20 minutes, something like that, behind the mainstream, and then people were just leaving because they thought I was ignoring them, which makes sense. Like, if you talk to somebody and wait several minutes and they don't respond, I would leave too. But in reality, I was responding to them. It just was on such a horribly long delay that they never got the response, and that made me sad. Silver says, I can only play games with a controller, especially FPS. Yeah, this controller has some cool built-in features, although for actual competitions, I'm not sure. It might be considered cheating. But it has things like aim assist, and it can lock the triggers. So it definitely has some features that are obviously geared towards games like Valorant, etc. Call of Duty. And since I never play games like that, I just wanted it for the extra buttons. But that's okay. Can you guys hear the game? Is the game loud enough? Can you hear the game? The thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me. It could be a bit louder. Okay. I did notice when I was watching back my streams the other day that it seemed like the sound was not working right. I was surprised. Could it be even louder still? Lucas says, this game has awesome sounds. It deserves higher volume. I agree, Lucas. I agree. I also love the sounds in this game. Alright, did we cover all of the wood? There might still be some wood over here that we need. Let's go see. And then eventually we'll address the stick problem. We're getting there. We're almost to the point where we're ready to address the stick problem. Are you full of wood? No, he has no wood. Okay. He's fine. There's no sticks over here. Oh yeah, there are. Why are people throwing sticks on the ground like this? That's not okay. What do you need? What are you saying to me? I need a better axe to harvest bark from birch. Oh, he ran out of places to harvest bark. Okay. I'm not gonna give you a better axe though. I'm not going to. I don't trust you with it. You haven't proven yourself to be a responsible member of society. I'm not going to. Yeah, it is very small this time. I was trying something new. I might change it back later. It doesn't seem like people are really loving it that way. Let's see if changing it back makes it better. Alright, where's the other game? Capture. How about that, Silver? Is that better? Brown says thanks. Okay, good. Hey, Last Laugh, how you doing? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Does that look better as far as the tiny stream goes? Everybody like that better? Okay, good. I'm happy you like it, Brown. Last Laugh says, I sold one of my gaming laptops last week, hoping to sell another one in the next week or two. Cool. Oh, look at this stick problem. This is a stick problem. Why are people just throwing the sticks like this? Why are they throwing the sticks like this? What's your problem? You need better access to harvest bark from birch. This makes me feel like maybe they don't have any other wood to cut. But to be honest, like, they didn't harvest everything that they should have. So go harvest what's there, you guys. Go harvest what's there. This means the stick problem is probably even more out of control than before. We better go see what's going on. Last Laugh says, well, they don't stick around. True. I've missed you too. So are you refurbishing these gaming laptops before you sell them? I noticed you've been buying and selling a lot of gaming laptops. Is it kind of like a a refurbished project, or are you just still looking for the right one that you like the best? Silver says, yes, that looks much better. Last Laugh says, yeah, I'm selling them so I can buy 2 more to collect. Cool. Possibly even another one after the 2. Nice. Well, I don't see a lot of sticks around anymore. Has the stick problem been resolved? Oh, gracious no. Here's all the sticks. And there's even the problem now of the people whose job it is to come get the sticks doesn't want to come get the sticks. They have a stick problem. They made us a stick problem. We have a problem of too many sticks. Let's pick them all up and bring them in. Lucas says, I collect rocks. JJ collects laptops. Oh, you have 3 you're currently keeping? Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I have to also agree with you there, Lucas. And by the way, rocks are very cool. I love rocks and collecting rocks. When I lived in Colorado, I used to prospect and actually dig really nice rocks and gems out of the ground myself. It was very nice and fun and cool. And hard work. And scary sometimes, too. Because there's monsters and crazy people with guns. And everybody's very, like, territorial and stuff. If they feel like they're the ones that should be there digging, they want to shoot you. So, you gotta watch out. Prospecting is dangerous. Our stick problem remains. We have to get more sticks. Uh-oh, my girl needs to be by the fire. She's freezing. Haha, Last Laugh says there are way more rocks than laptops. Easier to collect and find. Now, I would argue it depends on what kind of rock. Because some rocks are much rarer than others. Lucas says it's actually a partnership with one of my dogs. She finds them and I organize them. Oh my goodness, I love that, Lucas. I love that so much. So are we good on our inventory now? We can go back for more sticks. There's just one problem. I'm freezing. I have to warm up before I can go back for more sticks. How's your day going there, mister? You've got some random meat on you, I see. I guess while we're waiting... Well, no, I'm good now. Let me drink from this water and then we'll go. Let's go get more sticks. 5, 6. Pick up sticks. Spring is here. Finally, I made it through the terribly long winter. It took so long. Because I've got the time set to be the longest possible time. It's the longest seasons and the longest days. So days take over an hour. And seasons take about 20 days. Jeff, hi! Jeff says, holla for the hologram. It's so good to see you, my friend. Missed you. I hope you're doing well. Last Laugh says, I followed you on Facebook, by the way, using the alias Jason. Not my real name. Okay. I will try to remember that for the next time I'm on Facebook. If you send me a little DM on something, that would be easier. I will say please don't DM me on Facebook because I never get any of those DMs. I actually have been spammed so badly on Facebook that on the rare occasion somebody that I actually want to hear from writes me, it like just gets lost. But Discord or Instagram or somewhere else would be better to write me on. Jeff says, no hologram cam. You know, I knew you'd be sad about that, and I almost wrote sorry for no cam, Jeff, in the title. I almost did that. We'll see about tomorrow, but I don't know. I'm just happy to be here with y'all, even if there's no cam. And thanks for being here with a no cam hologram. I am just a disembodied hologram voice today. Jeff says, no chance of a Gir appearance. I know. Gir's sad about that, too. Gir misses you. It's kind of nice on YouTube to stream without a cam once in a while, though, because it puts a really good focus on the gameplay. And ASKA is a great game. It deserves full focus. We'll see how things go tomorrow. Like I was saying earlier to the people who were here at the very start of the stream, I feel just a little bit uncertain about how I want to continue with content creation. One thing I'm sure of is that I will remain on YouTube. I am having a hard time with... I'm kind of grappling with if I want to back off some of the other platforms that are kind of having like some issues right now. They're taking a lot of heat for bad things that I don't want to be associated with. So I'm kind of thinking about possibly taking a break from other platforms and thinking about how I would continue on YouTube. There is the possibility that I might do more streams that don't have cams. However, I won't stop using cam altogether. I just might not use it every time anymore. Jeff says, take a class that requires YouTube streaming. I had kind of considered going to school for film before I decided I wanted to be a lawyer. Although I think I'll have more fun as a lawyer. To be honest, when I got attacked by those crazy people outside of my house yesterday, or the day before, whenever it was, I actually was like, this is an opportunity to practice my lawyer skills. So I documented them being crazy. And then I went to the police station and I gathered the police report. And I did all the things that a lawyer would do about it. And I documented the whole thing. And I was proud of me. And I also remained calm in the spite of somebody screaming in my face and being insane. That was also very lawyery of me. Because a lawyer has to remain calm all the time. Seductive says, does Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright count as practicing attorney? And Lucas says, that's all good. Hologram voice is awesome too. Hi, Irishman Legend. It's so good to see you. How are you doing? Silver says, we all miss Hologram Cam, but it's great to have you on stream. Thank you, Silver. And to be honest, I decided to do the stream without a cam last minute. And the reason that I made that decision was because I wasn't cam ready and it was almost 3 o'clock and I didn't want to cancel again and I didn't want to delay again. And I had told everybody I was going to be on at 3, and so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do a no cam stream so that I can be on at 3 and do what I said. Because I appreciate that everybody's been real patient with me while I'm kind of, you know, overwhelmed with school and also going through some personal stuff. So I know I haven't been as consistent with my streams as I used to be, and I really appreciate y'all continuing to support me in spite of that. So I figured it was worth it to just show up, even if it meant no cam, because I wasn't ready to be on cam at 3 o'clock. So here we are. And like I said, I mean, you know, a lot of people prefer streams without a cam because they just want to see the gameplay. So I think depending on who you are, some people might be like, heck yes, she finally turned that stupid cam off. Now I can see the whole game. Alright, let's go. So there's a bright side to everything, right? Irishman says, not on Twitch today? Nope, I'm not on Twitch today. Hi, Big Buddha. It's so good to see you. How are you doing? I just realized I was waving at you even though you can't see me. That's funny. Can I please get a shout out for the Big Buddha? Finally, a full game screen. Lol, just kidding. See? I knew it. I knew somebody would prefer this. I was doing it for you all along, Lucas. Irishman Legend says, "Ah, I love seeing your face, Heartness." Thank you, Heartness. But yeah, we're just doing a Twitch or a YouTube stream today. YouTube exclusive. We're doing the vertical and horizontal YouTube streams. And I'm just gonna play it by ear on if I do a Twitch stream tomorrow or not. I think there's a good chance I will, but I'm still not entirely sure if I want to. I feel really weird about Twitch right now. Like, I don't want to abandon my Twitch community. However, I feel uncomfortable on the platform because, like, I don't want... So first of all, please don't actually talk politics. But because of the politics that's going on that's starting to involve Twitch, I just feel like I don't want to be on either side of that. I just want to have a happy place where I can stream and feel happy and safe. And if Twitch is becoming more political, then it makes me uncomfortable to stream on there. YouTube has managed to keep neutrality, and so I feel like YouTube's gonna just be a safe bet to stay on, you know? But there's some, like the CEO of Twitch has been requested to go testify in front of Congress in a few days, the US Congress, because of how political Twitch has become. And I know there's lots of streamers on Twitch that are not political, and it's unfair to us that's happening and that it's kind of giving us a bad name and like getting us sucked into stuff. But at the same time, like, I just would rather almost stay away until that's all resolved, because I don't want to be like associated. I don't want my content to be associated with any politics whatsoever. I just want to have a chill, happy place where everybody can be welcome and feel cared about, no matter where they are on the political stuff. You know? Exactly. Jeff says politics will kill half your audience. And yeah, no matter how you feel about politics, politics will kill half your audience. And that's part of what makes our community so great, is that we, even though like sometimes it becomes a little bit more obvious on one side or another where somebody might feel about stuff, we've never let it be a thing where we officially talk about it. We've never let it be a thing where like people are not welcome here. This is literally a place where you're supposed to drop any sort of conceptions that might cause division and focus instead on what we all have in common, so that we can have a happy, safe place for everybody. And that's why I feel uncomfortable on Twitch right now, is because I feel like they're getting farther away from neutral. Jeff says holograms can't vote. Irishman Legend says, I don't like politics. It messes up a lot of things in life and makes people all the time angry. And Big Buddha says, that makes sense, Dahlia. And I've also noticed that as, so here's another thing, like, there's part of me that's like, well, maybe I'll just keep streaming on Twitch anyway, because I know I'm neutral, so it doesn't affect me, right? But I've noticed that there's this wave of streamers on X that feel the need to, like, declare where they stand, right? Which I personally am not willing to do because I don't want to divide my audience. And I've noticed that the bigger a creator is on Twitch, the more often they are declaring that their politics align with Twitch. And I feel like that's fine for them. I mean, we've got supposedly Rumble is very political, right? So like, maybe Twitch is the opposite of that. But that's the thing, like, it hasn't always been that. So I feel weird about it. I'm like, why are you guys all of a sudden getting all crazy political and hardcore and like making everything be politics now? Basically. So I have not officially stopped streaming on Twitch, but right now I'm feeling uneasy about it not being neutral politically. So we'll just kind of see how things go. I'm especially interested to see... Well, Buddha, have you heard? The CEO of Twitch has been requested to testify at the US Congress in like 4 or 5 days because of politics on Twitch. The Congress feels like people are getting like radicalized by watching certain streamers on Twitch. Like obviously nobody that we're hanging out with, right? Like, and even if people watch them, like that's none of my business. I don't really care because obviously you wouldn't be a part of my community if you wanted to like focus on that nonstop. So if people focus on stuff like that on their own time, that is literally none of my business. Because in my community we're neutral. But yeah, it's become a big enough deal that the government is like wanting to talk about it, and I feel like it's not a neutral place anymore and it's scary. I don't want to have my whole like community get jolted by that. Big Buddha says, no, I never knew about that, Dahlia. I'm hearing about it for the first time from you. I don't like stuff like that. Yeah. So, and I think, like, there's certain streamers that are very highly political on Twitch. Their names do not need to be said. But it's not the first time that somebody in Congress has brought them up. But it is the first time that they've officially been summoned. Or, you know... So, like, and I think actually from the article I was reading about it, it was just like a request for the CEO to go. So he actually doesn't have to. He might not. I don't know. But the fact that they even want to talk about it, I feel like just shows that things have already gone too far. Irish says, summon like a Pokemon card. Yeah. But yeah, the social media outlets that have been summoned to Congress are Twitch, Reddit, Steam, and I think maybe one more. I don't know. But I'm like, you know who didn't get summoned? YouTube. YouTube is safe. YouTube is not... Like, there is politics on YouTube, but there's nothing that's, like, overtaking the whole platform with politics. Like, so I feel like it's way easier to keep a neutral, safe space here. Seductive Graffini says, Gabe Newell got summoned as well. His only crime is just being a chill bro, looking out for his consumers. Who's Gabe Newell? Big Buddha says, yeah, I don't care to know their names, so thank you for not even mentioning it. I don't understand why politics is even on Twitch when there's other platforms for that. Yeah, I agree. And see, that's my whole point. Like... The fact that I even have to worry about it just means it's gone too far. I feel like. But we'll wait and see what happens with that big Congress meeting. And maybe everything will kind of neutralize again. And if it does, then no biggie. And like I said, I mean, I might even stream over there tomorrow. I feel very uncomfortable. Irish says they're trying to evolve everything into politics these days to make people argue amongst each other. You're exactly right, Irishman Legend. It's all just a big attempt to divide everyone, which is exactly why I choose to keep my space neutral. So that we have a place to hide from all the silliness that wants to divide us. We have a lot of mushrooms. The owner of Steam and Valve. Now, to be honest, I'm gonna say this kind of vaguely because I don't want to talk politics. But I am aware, so I have seen rumors that it's about video games. That's why he's being summoned. That's not true. The reason he's being summoned is because of messages that were written in game forums that were radicalized and were political. So there's a bunch of people that have no idea what's going on that are like, oh my gosh, people are trying to censor video games. They're gonna try to keep us from playing things, blah, blah, blah. No. People used the game forums on Steam to write radicalized messages and potentially even cooperate in crime together. And that is why he is being summoned. Anyway, since I'm pre-law, I looked deep into it and I figured that out. Silver says, I do know they have a section called politics. Seductive says, also it's October, so don't forget that makes if pumpkin pie season. Heck yes. Jeff says, do your dogs in the game have names? Yes, Jeff. Where's my little puppies at? This dog is named Fluffy. And this dog is named Woof. Yay! Oh, I'm starving. Oh no. I need to eat food. Luckily I have full-time chefs because apparently my girl's a billionaire. Just kidding. She's the leader of the town, so she has a full-time chef here. Irishman Legend says, I'm doing good. Got mine in my lap sleeping. So what games has everybody been playing? Is there anything new that y'all are really excited about? I've been so into ASKA and Dune, and I'm excited for upcoming Fallout 76 stuff. So I haven't even been trying to play new games lately. But then again, that's also partly just because I haven't had much time outside of schoolwork. I think in the spring semester, when I should have more time, I'll probably try more new games again. Can the dogs pull the sled? No, I wish. They make me pull the sled. And Seductive says Borderlands 4, Skyrim modded, Kingdom Come Deliverance, and Dragon Age the Veilguard as well. Ooh. I want to go back to Kingdom Come Deliverance again soon too. That's next on my list. Oh, I haven't refilled this food. They probably need some refills. Ghost of Yodi is what I'm playing and loving at the moment. Is that the sequel to the other, like, Ghost of Tsushima game? My sister was really good at that game. Seductive says, did you all see that Pal World is doing a spinoff called Pal Farm? Ooh, I haven't, but I would want to play that because I love Pal World. And I feel sad that things have happened the way it is. The way it has. Like, I own like a very small amount of shares in Nintendo, and I bought them before all the Pal World drama happened, and now I'm like sad. I'm like, why does Nintendo, my company, have to berate poor Pal World like that? It makes me sad. Makes me want to sell my stocks. No, I'll just keep them though. But for real though, I disagree with that. Big Buddha says, but yes, it's on the Ghost of Tsushima too, but on the women's side of it. That's so cool. Seductive says, Nintendo forgot to die as heroes and instead lived long enough to become the villains. Dude, for real. That is such a valid way of looking at it. Yote. Okay. Yote. I will look for your videos about it. Did you make a short video wearing the power armor? I haven't. This is the first time I've touched video games in weeks. I haven't had time to do it. I want to do it. I haven't had time to do it. You know, I saw that there is a new thing on Twitch. I mean, I know we're talking about maybe taking a break from Twitch until things blow over there, but for anybody who still wants to use Twitch in the meantime, they just released a new thing where if you make a short of your favorite creator's content, because apparently anybody can do it now, and then you post it to your social media account and it gets a certain amount of views, you get like a special badge on Twitch. Heck yes! Big Buddha, congratulations! That's awesome! What does it mean that your name is secured? Does it still let you do like a URL? I thought it didn't do that anymore. Did they change it? I have that Dahlia, but I got it like 5 years ago. So obviously I've changed my name to Dahlia the Hologram since then. Seductive says, I got OBS but still too scared and shy to stream or post videos. I will say, if you're shy, posting videos is easier than... Well, I don't know. At this point, you can stream without a cam and still be pretty popular. When I first started, you had to have a cam or nobody wanted to watch you. Now it's like... Actually, people, I think... Like, if you want to build a brand on your personality, then yes, you should have a cam. But I feel like content without a cam is just as, like, well-received as content with a cam at this point. And that's changed over the last few years, but I like it. It's a nice change. That's awesome! Woohoo! Congratulations, Big Buddha. I didn't realize they still did that. That's so good. Seductive says, the mystery factor of not knowing the face behind the voice is what attracted me to streamers' videos on YouTube. The mystery is the fun part, right? See? So you could make mystery YouTube videos, and then if you're not revealing your true face at the time, then theoretically you could convince yourself to be less self-conscious because people don't know who you are anyway. Jeff says, all I care about is downloading my own Dahlia. Lol, maybe someday. New merch item, Dahlia the Hologram, downloadable. Jeff will be like, finally, I've been waiting for years. Seductive Graffiti says probably possible with Grok. Yes. I would imagine so. I actually have been using Grok a lot lately. I have spent time using all the AIs, and I think that Grok is the best free AI. Oh no! Silver says, I think the KCD one that I bought is PS4, the Expanse is PS5. Does that mean that you can't use it? Or is it gonna work anyway? Everybody go sub to Big Buddha Baby if you haven't already. Help her get the goal of 500 subscribers. So what do y'all think? Should we vote on if I should stream on Twitch tomorrow or not? Vote anonymously. And I'll do what you say. I'm gonna set up a poll. Wait, I think I already have a poll, but I can always change it. And I think we're only going to be voting on the horizontal, so if you're watching on... No, I'll do it on both, whatever. Buddha says, thank you, Dahlia. You've always been a big supporter of mine, and I truly appreciate you. It's my pleasure, Big Buddha, and I heart you, and thank you for supporting me, too. Irishman Legend says Markiplier has been under fire for people because he was testing ChatGPT in his video, and he come out and say he supported it, and he was showing everybody how it was used and dangerous. I might have to watch that. I don't know about that video. Will you send it to me? So how do I end this poll? Let's end that one and start this one. And so this is an anonymous voting so that you can tell how you really feel without any judgment. Wait. Did it work? Okay, it worked. Lucas says you can always create those animated characters in the cam place that moves as you talk. I've seen some really cool ones. Yeah, there are some really cool ones of those. And I know, like, especially people Gumi's age and stuff, they prefer to watch VTubers. When I first started streaming, VTubers were rare. Now they are more common than regular streamers or cam streamers. Alright, so on both streams, the vertical and the horizontal, there's an anonymous poll so that y'all can decide if I should multi-stream to Twitch tomorrow. See, the only reason that I hesitate to just stop streaming over there is because I know that there's a lot of people in my community that may not even realize what's going on, and I don't want them to feel like I just abandoned them. Like, on the Twitch side of things, they might only come to my stream on Twitch side and not even realize that Twitch stuff is under fire right now. And so then they'll just think I abandoned them. That's the only thing. But whatever. I mean, we'll see how things shake out. My account's not gonna disappear just because I take a break, right? Oh my gosh, they made so much of this stuff I can't even grab anymore. Let me put this away. I need my cart. Where did I put my cart? Is my cart still in here? Yep, it is. Oh, I was supposed to leave this. Darn it. I keep forgetting. Forgetting to leave that. We filled up the meat though. Silver says Moist Critical did a story about a company, I can't recall the name, but they've been going after games and trying to get them banned. They did get very sexually graphic games banned from Steam, which is okay. Yeah. I feel weird about that even being like an option on Steam. Now, that's none of my business, you know, like people who are over 18 should be allowed to play what they want to within reason as long as it's not like something that is illegal. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't want to play that stuff. They went after GTA 5. So like GTA 5 has some really bad stuff in it. I know that I always was very careful to like only play certain parts that were not just absolutely awful, but there's some stuff that is like actually really bad in GTA 5, so I don't know. Now, should it be banned? I don't think so, but I do think we need to have some sort of a way that like can better protect children from that stuff, because when you're in a lobby full of 10-year-olds on GTA 5 and you know some of the stuff that's in that game that like people don't stream because it's not good, like that's not okay, dude. Little kids shouldn't be exposed to that. Seductive Graffiti says Collective Shout is the name. That is the website of the people who made like the ability to learn how to speak Dragonborn. This guy needs some more meat. Let's get him some more meats. He needs the meats. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, Collective Shout is the name of the people trying to ban stuff. I really don't I don't agree with a lot of the mass censorship things. that was part of why I wanted to clarify without getting political about this, because I saw rumors that the Steam CEO was called to Congress because of video games. That's not true. That is a rumor. It's everywhere. It's on YouTube videos. It's on Reddit. But that's a rumor. The reason that he got summoned is because of the Steam forums where people are talking about crimes, and they're like, there's even some evidence of people like collaborating on crimes and stuff on there. So that's why. But like the book bans that have been happening in high schools and potential video game bans, I disagree with that. I think instead what we should do is just try to find ways to better restrict children from accessing material that their parents find inappropriate. But like, especially because I'm back in school and stuff, I actually didn't realize how crazy the book ban situation was, but a lot of my classmates have been directly affected by it, and they were writing speeches on it and stuff. I think stuff like that is crazy. Jeff says, Dahlia, will you cosplay for Halloween? So, I want to say yes, however, to be 100% honest, I think I might be too busy this Halloween. And I'm not doing anything special on Halloween. I'm like so swamped with homework. I actually got invited to participate in a charity event thing that I want to do, but at the same time, I'm worried that I might not have the time to commit to it. Like, legitimately. So I don't know, I might sit out Halloween this year and then try again next year, because things are just too crazy for me right now. I don't have the time to plan things that need to be like planned besides just turning on the computer, you know? So I am gonna say maybe, but don't get your hopes up. And then by spring it'll be a lot more, hopefully things will be a lot more flexible. Seductive says, I might dress up as Ghostface for my buddy's parents' Halloween party on the 18th. Seductive or Silver says, it might, but if they could get that banned, where does it stop? Do you mean GTA 5? Yeah. Like I said, I don't think banning it is the right way to do it. I think especially like people are starting to use face scanners and stuff. I mean, I think that is kind of a violation of privacy? Sure. But at the same time, I mean, if we're worried about little kids getting a hold of stuff like GTA 5, I would rather submit a scan of my face to prove I'm over 18 than allow 20 10-year-olds to be corrupted because their parents don't understand video games, you know? Hi, Black Mask Ninja, how are you doing? And to be honest, that face scan stuff's gonna happen whether we like it or not, so might as well make it useful to protect kids. Can I get a shout out for Black Mask Ninja, please? Irishman Legend says they arrested one of the people that go after kids on Roblox recently. I was happy that they did, and now Roblox is under fire again by that. Yeah, I've actually been offered some Roblox sponsorships recently, and I have been not taking them because of all that. And that's another situation, you know, like in the case of Roblox, maybe they should pick if they want kids or if they want adults on their platform, because they're not doing a good job of keeping it safe for everybody. So it seems to me like at this point they need to pick one or the other and kind of buckle down. Or if they don't, they're just gonna end up getting boycotted out. Ah! That guy screamed while he was taking a do. Run away! Run away! Black Mask Ninja says, good, doing my 30-minute walk. Nice. Well, thank you for taking us all along on your walk. That is so nice of you. We have some good stuff that got grown that we can bring back to the kitchen. Silver says, yes, GTA 5. Well, and then especially at this point, like, GTA 5 is so old, like... I think they need to be more focused on making sure GTA 6 is age restricted. And then past that, like, let bygones be bygones, I guess. Seems a little late to ban GTA 5. It's already been out for like 15 freaking years. How old is GTA 5? I honestly just threw out a random number. I don't know how old it is. But 15 feels about right to me. Seductive says 12 years old. Oh, that was a good guess then. An Irishman Legend says that was a big lol. Yeah. Seductive says I need to do a horror movie marathon soon. Gotta rewatch the Terrifier trilogy. Cool. I hope that I'm able to do the fundraising thing, but I think I'm probably going to have to write them and let them know that I'd like to do the next one instead, because I don't want to commit to something and then not have the time to really do it, you know? And that's what I'm afraid is going to happen. So technically, GTA 5 is too young for GTA 5. Oh my gosh, Seductive Graffini, you're funny. Lucas says GTA 5 is 30 years old. Time flies. That's hilarious. Alright, so let's see what our vote count is. Ending our polls. It looks like we've got 60% no, 40% yes on one side, and then 100% yes on the other side. So that makes it 50% to 60%. Wait, 3 votes plus 5 votes. Aw, man. Now it's complicated. I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm not sure, you guys. My poll situation just made me more confused. So I'm not gonna decide right now. If anybody feels really strongly one way or another on if I should stream on Twitch tomorrow, though, you guys should write me a DM on Discord and let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna think about it and make a final decision later. But like I said, I mean, even if I do, I don't know. I don't know about anything. Oh, I'm so confused about it. But to be honest, that's a big part of why I've been missing streams. Like, I've been missing streams because I'm overwhelmed with schoolwork and because of feeling uncomfortable about how things are politically on Twitch. So I feel like if the government starts being like, Twitch streamers are illegal and bad, which I don't know if they'll do that, but if they're like, Twitch streamers are influencing people to do bad things, does that mean that I'm gonna be included in that? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's kind of a precarious situation. Even though anybody in my community would know that that's obviously not true. Like, I just don't even want to be sucked into that. Irishman Legend says, the vote says we want to see Gir. Yes. The Black Mask Ninja says, you should do your stream on both because you could Save your stream. Oh, yes, on YouTube, and people could go back and watch it. That's a good point, Black Mask Ninja. And Silver says, I do the classics. The Exorcist, Hellraiser, Halloween, Jason, Freddy, and some others. Lucas says, ask Gir. He has the last say on this. Okay. Seductive says, sometimes I still feel young. Then I remember I'm older than Google. That's a funny thing to say. Jeff says, yes, versus no cam. Have the cam on Gir. Aww. But Gir moves around sometimes. Silver says, I'm the 100%. I know, Silver's like, I don't like the chat here. Let's go back to Twitch. Silver's like, I don't care about politics. Twitch has the better chat. That's funny. And to be honest, like, I'm sure there's other people in the community that feel that way too. So I feel like if I'm scared of being lumped in with political stuff because I stream on Twitch, the cost of me not streaming there is losing like a huge part of my community. So there is an actual downside. It's just a tricky situation, hence why I've been freaking out and just not streaming. I have like such panic attacks about it that I just cancel my stream. But I'm gonna try to at least just stream on YouTube with no cam. Like, you know, like I can at least do that. I don't have to completely cancel. Lucas says, in my opinion, I think for mods, Twitch is a bit better and fast, but I think YouTube will get there. Yeah, I agree. And I mean, when it comes down to it though, there's a, you know, like I have people that always watch me on YouTube and mostly only watch me on YouTube. For example, Jeff, Seductive, like you guys are pretty much solely on YouTube at this point. But then on the other hand, like on Twitch, there's some people that only watch me there. So like, either way, if I stop streaming on one or the other, I'm losing people who are committed to one platform. Which I'm not even considering stopping streaming on YouTube, just to make that clear. I'm just considering taking a break on Twitch until the political stuff is cleared up. Because I don't want to be rolled into being considered like bad by the government for being a Twitch streamer, you know? Silver says, truthfully, it does. Haha. Irishman Legend says, he heard Dahlia, the AI thing on YouTube is getting out of hand now. They're making AI streamers now. What's going on with that? I think I had like heard something mentioned about that, but to be honest, I don't think I watched the video or anything, so I don't really know what's happening. Uh-oh. Jeff says, is a hologram AI? I mean, potentially, but I'm not AI. I'm just a hologram. Ah! Lucas says, the garden is spread between Twitch and YouTube. Let's create our own platform. TwitchTube. Good idea, Lucas. Good idea. You can be the CEO. Irishman Legend says, maybe Dahlia is an AI. LOL. Man, I wish. Because then I wouldn't get yelled at by my neighbor. If I was, or by my neighbor's freaking guest, dude. The person who yelled at me doesn't even live here. They were just a guest of someone, and they freaking screamed at me for like 20 minutes. Crazy people, I tell ya. Black Mask Ninja says, I agree. And Jeff says, new platform, holodeck for holograms. Yeah. Uh-oh, the Wolfar is attacking. Let's go stop the Wolfar attack, everybody. Where's my cart? I lost my cart. Uh-oh, I lost my cart. There it is. I see it. I see it. Lucas! Exclamation point. Lost cart. Thank you. An Irishman legend says, no, Lucas, let's call it Dahlia Tube or the Garden Tube. I like all those names. Black Mask Ninja says, are you going to be checking out Where the Wind Meets? I actually haven't heard about that game yet. Since I'm in school full-time right now, I have had very little time for gaming, and I'm pretty much just playing the games that I already have. What's it supposed to be about? I mean, there's definitely the chance I'll check it out at some point. Probably wouldn't be till after December, though, at the earliest, because I have to get through this really hardcore semester. And then I'll have more time. So, a couple months. I'm gonna go check and see if that Wolfar is still there. Then we probably need to go look at the stick problem again. Is there still a wolf attacking? Oh, somebody killed the wolf. Good on whoever did that. One of my AI people killed the wolf. Nice. Thanks for doing that, buddy. Let's go look at the stick problem. There's a cape blowing in the wind. What is it that you need? You need sticks for crafting. Oh, it's like that, huh? Well, lucky for you, I happen to know of where there's a stick problem. But for some reason, only I can get the sticks? That doesn't make sense. So let's shift this guy over here to only using coal. Also, is it warm? Do we need to keep the fires going all the time still? Yeah, it's cold. So we do need to keep the fires going all the time. So there's this hollow tube. I love that. And everybody on it can be a hologram. Jeff says Gir tube. Heck yes. Gir tube. Black Mask Ninja says, and I'm thinking about getting Arc Raiders. Woohoo! To be honest, I don't know what Where the Wind Meets or Arc Raiders is about. Does anybody know what they're about? Irishman Legend says, I was playing a game called Jusant. It's climbing and platforming game. It's really fun. Cool! I love climbing and platforming games. They are so fun. So for firekeeping, we're going to put that at the front for now. Let's see how we do on coal for a little while. And I need to go get more sticks because you know what, y'all? I think we have a stick problem. Where's my cart? Hello, carty. I lost my cart again. That's not it. Where is it? Where's my cart? There it is. It's up here. Black Mask Ninja says 1 is open world, martial art game, and the other is a distraction shooter, third person. Ooh, that sounds awesome. I want to play. Like I said, I might not get to it right when they're released, but who knows, maybe I'll play it when I have time. Lucas says next update, cart GPS. Heck yeah. Irishman Legend says, have you heard that a lot of PC games are coming to PlayStation 5 now, Dahlia? I actually did not hear that, but that's good. I'm happy that they're doing that. I did hear that more PC games are coming to Xbox because of the most recent update where they are like raising the price of Xbox Game Pass because they're gonna have PC games on there. Which, by the way, I was a customer of Xbox Game Pass for a long time. And I had recently quit my membership like last month, and I'm happy that I did because there is no way in heck I'm paying $30 a month. Not happening. It is no longer the value that it used to be. Irishman Legend says stick situation. Don't stick around. Yeah. Welcome back, Buddha Heartness. We're gonna go address the stick situation. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm finally addressing the stick situation. You don't want to get stuck by a random sticking. Big Buddha says, so did we figure out if you're streaming on Twitch tomorrow or not? Well, no, because we had 100% on one poll, yes, and then we had 60% majority no on the other poll. So I got confused and couldn't figure out how to even it out fairly, and so I decided to just say screw it and I'll think about it later. I was like, this is hard. Why are you guys making my brain work like this? I'm supposed to be taking a break from school. Oh my gosh. Black Mask Ninja says, yeah, one is coming October 30th, which is the end of the month, and the other one is coming November the 14th, so you got to get back into the plan. The new games in December 2 of those games are all ready. So let me see here. Tasks. Bark, I'm gonna say, is a higher task. And fibers is a medium task. Because we don't have a bark storage backup right now. Big Buddha says, I say wait until after the court hearing in my opinion, but it is ultimately up to you. Whatever you do, we are behind you 100%. I appreciate that, Big Buddha baby. So I may end up waiting for that, but I also may not, because for two reasons. One, nobody that is my regular Twitch viewer realizes that I'm worried about stuff. I haven't been able to get on there to tell them. And the other thing is that even though there is a meeting set up in Congress, technically the CEO has only been requested to testify. He's not required to testify. And I haven't seen anything that says he agrees to. Like the Steam, or it was Discord. The Discord CEO responded immediately and said, I'll be there. To my knowledge, nobody else who was requested confirmed their appearance. So they may or may not show up. And so for that reason, it's like, I mean, yeah, I could wait and see what happens, but then I might wait and see what happens and then nothing happens. You know what I mean? So I don't really know what the heck to do. I kind of want to get on and tell people that I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable about it. But at the same time, I think I could get banned for that. Don't they ban you on Twitch for asking people to go follow you somewhere else? I think they do. So I might need to decide what I'm going to do and then like announce it on X or something. X and Blue Sky. Seductive says it's only a sticky situation if you get the pumpkin guts on your car carving pumpkins before Congress. Oh my goodness. Lucas says classic stick situation. Oh no, the stick situation. So like if you don't get sticks off the ground in time, they just disappear. And I'm worried that like the stick situation has been going on neglected for so long that all the sticks are about to just disappear. We're probably gonna have to do this ourselves because the people that I hired to do it are not doing a good job. In fact, I might even just fire them because I'm unhappy with their performance lately. Is this guy doing a good job? Here comes one of the woodcutters. What's this guy doing? Is he doing a good job? The truth is I don't know. Okay, I guess I won't fire them yet. But I feel like every time I come up to them, they're like, we can't do our job. And I'm like, go get the sticks. That's your job. And they're like, nah. And then I'm like, dang it, but that is your job. They're like, that's only one of our jobs, and we don't want to do that part. And I'm like, you're seriously going to make me go get all the sticks that you guys didn't pick up? But we need sticks. I mean, I guess one thing I could do is to tell them to get nothing but sticks. Let me see if that works. So let's see what happens if I tell these people to get nothing but sticks. Sticks and firewood. If they see some firewood, they should pick it up. I just want sticks and firewood. That's it. Now what? Now what are you guys gonna do? Are you gonna do a good job? Or are you gonna complain and say you don't have any thingies, even though there's like literally sticks everywhere? Discord CEO discords with a lot of things. But I also feel like the Discord CEO was probably the quickest to respond because he's like, I literally have no control over what people put on my platform. Like, they do it all themselves. I mean, I don't know. there's like a little bit of moderation on Discord, but I think your stuff has to be flagged as pretty outlandish before Discord will even consider it existing. Like, for the most part, they're just... I was under the impression they were pretty hands-off. Is that correct, or am I wrong about that? Irishman Legend says, Dahlia, you're gonna be dreaming about sticks. You know it. Black Mask Ninja says, where will it be the safest place to say for all one another platform? Because they can't do nothing about that. So, I'm not sure if you're asking a question or if you are making a statement, but if you're asking a question, I think that YouTube's the safest platform. Until this all gets worked out. And we'll see. I mean, maybe things will neutralize along Twitch lines, but right now it is, like, not neutral. And I realized it was not neutral once I started seeing partners, like, posting that they declared, like, they started declaring basically lists of, like, their political views to declare that their views aligned with the stuff that Twitch is being, sought for. So I was like, oh gosh, if it's like that, then that just shows that it's like a super duper not neutral platform anymore. If you feel obligated to like confirm your loyalty, then that's not good. Let's see if we can find one more of those sticks. And I mean, where do independents sit in this? You know, people who don't want to pick a side. They just want to let everybody argue. Like, that's why YouTube is cool, because this is a neutral place. Like, there is definitely content regarding all politics on this platform, but it's neutral. Like, it doesn't promote one side over the other, and it isn't notably associated with one side or the other, while other platforms are starting to be more associated with one side or the other. Do you know what I mean? So, I think that I'm lucky that I'm partnered on YouTube, because this is the place that I want to be the most anyway. Thanks, YouTube. Irishman Legend says, this who stream is just about sticks. You know it. I'm coming out and finishing up the work that my people didn't do. They're like, we don't have any more places to do things. And I'm like, you guys, you're just not doing your job. Like, look at all the sticks. There's so many sticks. Look at this. It's a whole field of sticks, and they're trying to tell me they don't have anything to do. Sheesh. I think maybe at some point they became, like, traumatized about sticks or something, because they're literally just ignoring the sticks. Welcome back, Brown Heartness. How are you doing? And Seductive Graffini says, it's a sticky situation if you get the pumpkin guts on carving. And earlier, let's see, I think I missed a couple messages from Buddha. I'm gonna try to go up and see. Didn't you say I have a whole village? I do. I have worked really hard on this. I think I've got a few hundred hours just in this village. And I built it all from scratch. The game starts... Well, you know, you played this game with me. You're welcome to jump in if you would like. But yeah, check out this... Check out what I have. I've got a huge property. I've got like 40-some people. I have like neighborhoods. And... I'm actually to the point where, like, I'm about ready to... I can get people to follow me and stuff and, party up with me. So I'm getting ready after I, like, deal with this stick situation to go and like actually start killing bosses. Like I've actually got everything built up in this game to the point where I can go start doing the other stuff now. Lucas says, build the very first stick city! And Irishman Legend says, Dahlia, you got a whole continent? Basically. Yeah, I've been working on this since the end of summer. I started this game with Plotter Bear, and then Plotter Bear was only really interested in it for a week or two, and then he quit playing. But I kept playing after that, and I have continued to build our little city. And then if he ever comes back, cool, but it's at least all nice. Can you burn the sticks? You can! Well, the only problem though is that you have to manually pick them up and then take them to the fire. You can't just burn them like out there, which I get. Here's the thing. So like if you ignore them, they will eventually go away, but they'll disappear. And the problem that I see with that is that it's technically a resource. So I don't want to waste the resource. So that's why I'm trying to go get the sticks before they disappear. Big Buddha says, I wish this would come to Switch so I could play it from my bed. Yeah! And then you would play with me. Woohoo! You hear that, ASKA? Port the game to Switch so Big Buddha will come play with me. But yeah, so in case anybody didn't know, I got distracted when I was about to tell Big Buddha, you start this game just in an empty forest. But then I realized she knew that because we played this together before. But anybody who doesn't realize that, like I built all of this myself and it all started out with just an empty forest. It was just me crashing a ship on an empty forest. And so I have hundreds of hours of gameplay in this. Big Buddha says, yes, we did play this together. And Seductive Graffiti says, get Neuralink and just play it with your mind. Honestly, I love that that's a thing now. Not necessarily because I want to do it, but because I want people who would otherwise not have accessibility to playing video games to be able to play games with their mind. In fact, I would really like, if I'm ever in a position to do so, to start a non-profit that brings video games to people who would need that, like to get like a brain implant and only play it with their mind and stuff. I think that that'd be really cool, because especially in a situation like that where you're limited on your mobility, you're limited on what you're able to do, playing video games would open like a whole entire world for you, and you could have like a whole life outside of what you're otherwise, you know, maybe limited to. So that's something that I feel really passionate about, and I hope that someday I'm in a position where I could possibly do something like that. Seductive says, all hail the almighty sticks, we are not worthy. And Big Buddha says, I need to see if this game will hold on my laptop and I can play with you on there. That sounds awesome. The Irishman Legend says, sticks, the new currency on Twitch. Let's go. So what are these people saying that we need? Let's see. I'm going to deposit this here and then I'm going to go check. Y'all play TF2? Was that the Tower Fortress 2 game, Brown? Irishman Legend says, VR reminds me of something I seen on a movie called Ready Player One. And that might be one day the future where we have a job in VR in real life one day. Yeah, well, I don't know if it's very popular anymore, but I know that Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Meta, was working on something called like the metaverse. And he was trying to make it so that there were like businesses within it and people would actually be working and it was like a separate reality. So he was definitely trying to get that started, at least at the time and junction of space and time where he was doing it. People did not really get that interested in it, and I think he may have like put the project to the side for now, but I definitely also think that with time that's gonna be a thing. And he's already proven that he wants to be somebody that, like, builds something like that. So, when the people are ready for it, he'll be doing it, you know? Brown says Team Fortress 2. So yeah, Brown wants to know, does anybody play Team Fortress 2? Lucas says, if you build with sticks, they will come. And Seductive Graffiti says, a stick a day beats the doctor away. Quote, Harry Potter probably. Lol. Black Mask Ninja says, already thinking of a big old company for that. Yeah. So let's see. What was I doing? I wanted to see what, I guess, the farm needs. What does the farm need? El Farmerino! Stick with us for more sticky situations, Lucas says. Lol. So the farm needs... I think I build that with big. Is there anything that I need little for? Big, little. Big, little. Instead of metaverse, why not an entire stickverse instead? Take note, Zuckerberg. Lol. Well, we've got the sticks for it. If you need any sticks, Zuckerberg, we've got them. Just let me know. Here we go. This is something that uses little wood beams. So let's go make some wood beams. We need 7 of them. I think this is what I need for that, but I'm not sure. How to make wood beams. Craft. So it's not that. So it must be over here. Take. Craft. Yeah, this is what I need. Wood beams. Begin. Mount. Strip bark. And rotate. Strip bark. And rotate. Strip bark. And rotate. Strip bark. And rotate. There's more people over on the other side if you want to pop over to horizontal, Brown. If you feel lonely over there. I'm sorry if you're lonely. I have 2 streams going at the same time. I think that there's a link at the top of the chat where it says looking for the full-sized stream. So you're watching on the side that is like phone sized, right? So I also have a stream going at the same time that's like TV sized or PC screen sized. And it's the same stream. So like if you hear me talking to people and you don't see their chat, that's where they are. And there is a link at the top of the chat that leads to that stream. You can watch wherever you feel most comfortable. Like, please don't feel pressured to leave the side you're comfortable on. If you like it there, just stay there. But if it seems like I'm talking and you don't know who I'm talking to, the chat is coming through on that other side. So that's why you don't see it. But yeah, I like to give people options to either watch on their phone or on their computer or on their TV. And that's why I have 2 streams going at the same time. And because I have 2 streams going at the same time, sometimes I'm talking to people where you might not see their chat. Because there's 2 chats and 2 streams. We're gonna make so many of these things. Lucas says there's actually a game called Stick War that uses stick figures as its characters. That's awesome! I remember my brother used to draw comic books with stick men. Irishman Legend says, I need to go. Have a good rest of your stream. Heartness, Irishman Legend, thank you for being here. I hope you have a really good night. And Lucas says, Hologram Dahlia made the multiverse a real thing. You're so awesome. I love that. Let's get all this bark. Bum, bum, bum. And then I think I still can make one more of these beams. Put it right here. Well, thank you everybody for being here for this first stream back in several weeks because of all the craziness going on. Whether it be in real life, or because of my school, or because of how the world is basically on fire. There's been a lot of stuff distracting me from streaming. So thank you all for being here for my welcome back stream. I want to stream tomorrow too. Right now it is my plan to stream tomorrow. If anything changes, I'll let y'all know in Discord or on the post tab for YouTube. And if you haven't already, please like the stream and also consider subscribing. That way you can find me easier again next time. Oh my gosh, I am stuck in the... I'm stuck. Help. Help, I'm stuck. Okay. Come on. Yay, my sled slid. It was a slide of a sled. Thank you for posting the Discord link, Lucas. And yeah, join the Discord if you haven't already. I always feel like I'm gonna let everybody down if I stream without a camera, but to be 100% honest, if you guys are cool with me doing this, it would probably keep me from canceling as often. Because a lot of the time I'm just like, I haven't had the time to get ready and I feel sad and blah blah blah, and then I'm like, cancel. But like in reality I could just be like, I can at least stream without camera for an hour, you know? Brown says, I'm back! Welcome back, Brown! It is day 85 in this game. That means I've put like 85 to 160 hours in this because every day is more than an hour. Lucas says, for me it was like you never left because I watch VODs a lot. Aw, thanks. I appreciate that, Lucas. That means a lot to me. Super heartness. Best comment. Well, we do still have a stick situation. However, I need to go get something to eat, so I think I'm gonna save. And we're gonna stream again tomorrow. Jeff says, after the stream, people can hype the video. Yeah, and everybody please hype the video after the stream. That helps people see it. I think The regular horizontal videos should qualify for hyping. The phone version probably will not qualify for hyping. Because we were going, remember how we were like doing those tests last time, Jeff? So I figured out that if I don't pre-plan a horizontal stream, or a phone stream, then if I just like have it go without it being pre-planned, YouTube actually shows it to more people right away. But the downside is it's not able to be hyped. So I figured out the perfect way to do it is to pre-plan my horizontal stream, which is like the PC version, right? And then not pre-plan my phone version so I can get the most viewers on phone, but then people can still hype my horizontal stream. So basically there's only going to be one that you're going to be able to hype. It's going to be the one that is the full-sized stream. That's what I'm trying to say. Brown says, are Stream Elements and Lucas Boo's admins? Yes. Yes, they are. Lucas, you're a bot. Just kidding. There were people that thought that Lucas was a bot before. I also want to do a shout out to Kazuki and to Lucas for becoming holographic helpers. I'm gonna try a new thing where I make a short of me doing the heart of people. So keep an eye out, you're gonna start seeing that. Instead of doing a stream where I do it all live, I think I'm just gonna start making shorts of it because my school has been so immersive that I haven't had time to do those streams and I don't want to get behind. But it would only take me a few minutes to make a short of me doing a heart of someone. And then the person can watch it over and over again and they'll probably be happier that way, don't you think? Plus I can give full attention to that person. Silver says, I'd rather you stream with no cam than not stream. Thank you, Silver. I appreciate that. So I will try to keep that in mind. That this is a completely reasonable possibility as opposed to canceling. Now, I mean, sometimes I just have to cancel because I'm either sick or unfortunately, like, there has been some dramatic situations going on where, like, it just is not possible. But there have definitely been times where I'm just having extreme anxiety, especially because of all the stuff I've been talking about today. And then it ends up making me just feel like I'm having too much anxiety, so I'm just not even gonna do it. You know, like... So this is a good option if it's just that I'm worrying too much about not being camera ready, or if I'm worrying too much about streaming on Twitch. I can just do this. This is completely good. Oh, I'm gonna have to save again. Because I forgot that I had already saved. There's some weird stuff going on. People are just like harvesting the meat and then not picking it up. What is that about? My AIs have gone crazy. Black Mass Ninja says, Dahlias don't want to go back to war, but it's Battlefield 6. Have to play. I've been watching some Battlefield 6 streams. It does look good. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'm probably not going to pick up any new games before December. However, in December, anything could happen. It is Christmas time after all. You never know. Oh my gosh, look, they put more meats on the ground. Why do they keep putting the meats on the ground? And you. Oh, you couldn't find anything already? Alright, what's your name? Gunhild? Gunhild, you are dismissed. Once they start complaining they can't find anything, I just fire them. Get out of here. Alright, Gunhild, you're fired. Now you can be a builder. Thank you for saying hi, Brown. Hi back. Silver says, there have been people who thought I was a bot also. Lol. Lucas says, I used to be a bot though. Just kidding. Okay, so I think we're gonna find some people to pass the streams off to when we get there. Please don't forget to write hologram redirect in the chat, because then that helps people realize they're getting a redirect, which is what we call raids here on YouTube. Hologram redirect. Maybe we should say hologram redirect, hologram raid. That way they understand what's happening. Because have you ever noticed that sometimes we do this and people are like, what's a redirect? It's like, dude, you're on YouTube. You should know that. But yeah, I'll post later about what's gonna happen with the stream tomorrow. I may not post till tomorrow about it. Let me see who's live right now that we can go say hello to. Lucas says, do you remember Dark Pagan Death? He thought I was a bot for 6 months. Really cool dude. Yes, I miss Dark Pagan Death. He's cool. I was thinking of him too when you said that just now. Brown says, using my Switch to watch horizontal. Heck yeah, let's go. Thank you, Brown Lego Cup. Super heartness. Hello, Brown Switch. I love that. I love that so much. Thanks for putting me on a Switch. So who are we going to redirect to today? So it looks like the Vats Vixen is playing Fallout 4. That seems like a good place to go. Why don't we head over to where the Vats Vixen is? Brown says, I can't see the comments on it. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. You came over to see the comments and you can't see the comments. I think there might be a way to like tell it you want to see the comments, but I don't know where it is. I know where it is on the TV, but I don't know where it is on the Switch. I do know that when you watch on some of those things, you actually have to tell it you want to see it. So it's like an option. I will be back again, hopefully tomorrow. Like I said, please like the stream. Please subscribe. And keep an eye out because I like to say what I'm gonna do on the post section of my channel. And I also will say in the Discord. So those are two places that you can read about what I have decided to do. But we're gonna go see the Vats Vixen who's playing Fallout 4. She said her settlements need her help. Let's go see what she's up to. Thank you everybody for being here. Oh, you've been playing Tainted Grail and Fall of the Avalon. I would love to hear more about that next time, Black Mass Ninja. I hope they're going well for you. I know Silver was playing Tainted Grail too. Thank you for being here, everybody. It means a lot that you spent the day with me. And I will see you later on. Super heartness. Take it easy. Let's go raid. Heartness, Lucas. Thank you for modding. Thank you for modding Silver. Thank you for modding Delthorian. Those are the mods that I saw. If you were here and I didn't say thank you too. And Super Heartness. Goodbye.